Welcome back for another episode of SSD Myth Busters, where each episode we present a myth from the world of Social Security disability law, and we discuss it and either prove it to be true or we bust it as a myth. And the way that we do it is we present it to our Social Security disability attorney of over 20 years, Josh Worley. Josh has been doing all of this for over 20 years, and so he has kind of seen and heard and been through it all. So he helps us know what is true and what's not. And Josh, today I want to present a myth that I hear a lot, and I think it's helpful for people to really get some clarity on this issue about just specifically what all SSA will do. But today I want to present a myth that is SSA will get all of my medical records for me. So will they?
All right, so let's discuss that. This is true, or this is partially true. So let me kind of talk to you about the differences and why it's partially true, and then why it's not in a later level. So in the Social Security disability process, there are really three initial steps. The claim starts with an initial application. When you fill out an application, you provide Social Security all of the information about where all you're seeing, what all the doctors are that you're seeing, who all you're seeing, where they are, addresses, phone numbers, and that kind of thing. And the reason that you do that is because the Social Security Administration will request all of your records. And they will do that at the application level based on the information that you provided them. They send out requests to your doctors, and then they work to get all that information. They will also do the same thing at the reconsideration level. So if you get denied at an application and then you go to and you appeal to reconsideration, then they will do the same thing at the reconsideration level where they request all your records. If you get denied a second time at reconsideration and you file another appeal, which is a hearing or request for hearing, then when you reach the hearing level, they do not request your records. Okay, so from the point of requesting a hearing, anytime after that, leading up to your hearing, they will not get those themselves. So you have to get those records. You have to provide those to Social Security. And so, yes, it's partially true. Social Security gets records at the application and the reconsideration level. They do not get records at the hearing level.
Okay. So the answer is basically depends on where you are, what stage of the process you're in.
That's exactly right. Now, let me say one thing. If we are representing a client and they are at the application level or a reconsideration level, there are occasions where the Social Security Administration will call us and they'll say, Josh, we're having trouble getting records from Dr. Smith for your client, and they're not responding to us, or they're not sending us anything. In those circumstances, then we will jump in and we will collect that record because Social Security is having trouble getting them. And so we'll do that ourselves. That's kind of an exception rather than the norm, but there are certain events like that happen. And another thing that we do run into on occasion as well is that for our cases at a hearing level, when we're collecting records and we're getting everything submitted to Social Security, which is a big part of getting ready for a hearing, is collecting all the records. There are times where we'll look and we'll realize, okay, Social Security did not get a record from a particular doctor, even though it was back at an application level. So we're kind of filling in the blanks on all of that. So yes, Social Security collects those records at that application and the reconsideration level, but if you are at those levels, you should be watching carefully to make sure that they are getting everything and that they have all of your records. When you get the decision at an application, at the end of the decision, they'll typically say, we've made our decision based on the records we received from such and such medical facilities. And so if they don't have a record from someone important, it would be good to make sure that you point that out when you file your appeal.
Okay. So, I mean, I think it goes to prove the point when you get to a hearing level, especially someone may be really overwhelmed with knowing, I don't know how to get my records. I don't know how to submit them. I don't know how to do all of that. And as you just mentioned, even one record if something's missing, that could be the difference between you getting approved and not. So
for sure. And it's not as simple. I mean, it would be wonderful if medical providers, you just walked into their office and said, hey, give me all of my records or submit all these records to Social Security. But the reality is that it's not that straightforward. We've got a whole team of people that work to collect records for our clients leading up to a hearing. It typically involves multiple letters, multiple requests, follow-ups. I mean, it is not a simple thing to get medical records these days. And so, but yes, every single one of those is important. So it's a big part of what we do as we lead up to a hearing.
Right. So our takeaway is this one's partially true. SSA will get the medical records for you at the earlier stages of the case, the hearing, the application and reconsideration. But when you get to the hearing level, it's going to fall more of the burden on you to get those. And as we mentioned, here at our office at the Injury and Disability Law Center, we have a whole team of people that help us with these records because it is not easy to get all of those. So, and as we've learned, one medical record could be the difference between getting approved and not. It could be life-changing. So hopefully this information has been helpful for you. Give us a follow. We're going to continue putting out content like this. But also, as I mentioned, we're here at the Injury and Disability Law Center. Even have my shirt today with my official logo if you want to see that. But give us a call. Josh has a nationwide practice. He helps folks all over the country with questions with disability and representing claimants all over. So you can find us at idlawcenter.com as our website. Lots of good content and info on our website. So thanks for joining us. We're going to see you next time.